Warning: the following show contains strong language and content that may not be suitable for a younger audience. The show can also contain spoilers for any and all anime and manga, so always check the description below for the relevant spoiler warnings. And if you don't, then that's your fault, so consider yourselves warned.
You sounded like.
Okay, I'm good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the Manga Raiders Community Happy Hour, episode 20. I said 20. My name is Simon, otherwise known as Vacant. I'm very tired and high off coffee at the moment. I've been eating chocolate coffee beans all day, which isn't a good idea considering that I forget that they have caffeine in them. I will try and be as uninsufferable as possible. No, as sufferable as possible. Ignore me. Moving on. I am not alone today because it is a very special episode. It is on the eve of Thanksgiving, or at least it will be when it's released. It is actually being recorded on the eve of Thanksgiving. So, we are joined by two compatriots of the United States of America. I believe their allegiance lies to the US of A, and they are full of passion, full of patriotism. It is Coryn.
My only passion lies with the people of the moon. Which is nothing but Americans. Ha-ha!
Allegiance to the moon. And his cohort, who may also be allied to the moon, is Nebons.
Hey everyone, I'm fond of the moon. I look at it nearly every night.
I like the moon.
It's made of cheese, or maybe it's a great big cookie. I watched my Sesame Street. That's a reference. I'm going to stop talking now. Yep.
Quick question, because I saw this on a Reddit post, and it did get me thinking. Do you think, because I know how America likes to claim things, and it's like, they don't quite, there's a bit of pride in the American flag, as apparently, according to the internet, there's a bit of pride in the
Very
American
true.
flag. Somebody said, what if the Russians or the China funded a space project where they simply went up to the moon, a manned mission to the moon, to just pull down the American flag or kick it away, and then just plant their own flag and fly back? They said, did you think that America would immediately get on a shuttle just to replace the flag?
We would have to reclaim the moon, yes.
I was like,
We'd come up with
more flags. A bigger flag you could see from
flags. We'd get flags that wouldn't get bleached out by the solar radiation. And then we'd come up with an excuse that wasn't actually just that to make ourselves not look so petty. But then we'd totally do it on the side.
It's kind of, I guess, I suppose if you had it more localized. Say you had a sign on your front door. I don't know why you would have a sign. It's Christmas. Everyone has wreaths and shit on. You have a wreath on your door, and somebody takes it and puts it on their door. I would fucking be pissed. I'd go around and get it immediately. So yeah, that's true. I guess he would.
I mean, the first problem will be they'd have to land on the moon somewhere close to where we landed on the moon. Yeah. And then they'd have to get out, and they'd have to trek all over there, and it'd be a lot of wasted money.
Just to go,
seems like.
Yeah.
The moon is ours. Enjoy our... I don't know. It won't change anything, but in 50 years when they have a lunar base, it'll be awesome. Maybe. Possibly if there's a moon. Why is there details for a Mars, like a colony on Mars now, but not a lunar base? Or am I just ignoring that there's any plans to live on the moon?
Probably because lunar base would be harder to maintain, what with the complete lack of atmosphere.
I'd like it.
I will say, the whole point of going to Mars is the fact you can actually establish some sort of colony there. You won't
also,
live on
you
the
could
moon very comfortably.
walk around fairly normally without gravity completely
that's the
just
main reason
messing
to
you
go
up.
to the moon, so you can have the moon jumps. You're like, woo!
until you jump too high and disappear forever.
Well, then we'd all be attached to bungee cords. Like that'd be the safety mechanism. Would be some kind of bungee cord or an emergency grappling hook that's attached to your belt. You could go to anchor yourself back on the moon. You're like, shit.
Yeah, but then you just get like brittle bones and just your muscles kind of deteriorate.
You'd even get that on Mars though, because it only has about a quarter of our gravity.
I thought it was like 3/4 of our gravity.
No, then it'd be super dense because it's only about the quarter of the size of Earth.
Martian gravity.
I've always dreamed since a little kid, a little mini Vacant was running around pretending that it was on the moon, and now you're crushing that dream.
I didn't say you can't do it. I'm just saying it's not like we're gonna have a base. I mean, we might have a base, but we won't have like a living colony unless we like really did some Star Trek science up on that bitch.
I don't know, just live underground. Why not? I don't know. That doesn't even make any sense because there'd be no atmosphere underground. Ignore me. Anyway.
Actually, I was gonna say that's actually how people would plan to live on the moon, but let's get past the moon
because it is not National Moon Day.
We are not talking about colonizing other planets. We are colonizing this one. Recently
in the past, we colonized this one.
Relatively speaking.
Yeah.
And we will be
giving thanks today because it is Thanksgiving coming up, so we are going to celebrate in Manga Raiders fashion. A few people couldn't make it with us, of course. We were going to have a few more people. Fortunately, timing doesn't work out with Noisy. Of course, he'll be on the next one because, he's a busy man.
But we are getting somebody coming, actually.
Oh my god, a latecomer.
We are. We have a surprise guest
on the way. Who's it going to be? It's a real American. It's Hulk Hogan, isn't it? Tell me it's Hulk Hogan, please.
It's not even an American. It's a Canadian.
Close enough. They have Thanksgiving.
They have their Thanksgiving in October.
I know, right?
You were especially late to that party,
This is something that we'll need to explain later in the show. Then, well, not we need to. Someone needs to explain to me why there's two different Thanksgivings. But that's cool. I mean, Lego would have been here, but he says something came up, so I don't know. But then, suspiciously, I saw a couple hours ago that he posted on Facebook that it started snowing, so I believe that may be related to it. He may have not found his way back from the snow. Apparently, it's snowing
over there?
It snowed here 2 nights ago, so that was pretty cool. It wasn't. It was freezing as fuck. It's cold as dicks outside. And my road was ridiculously icy as well. It was a death trap to get in. Not too bad in the car. It was like you managed to make it in a car, and then when you park and get out and step on the road, you're just like, fuck! And you almost go over. So I almost had an ice-related death, but hey-ho, I got about it. Speaking of which, let's go around the table very quickly. We'll start with you, Coryn. How's your week been since we've last spoken 2 nights ago or whenever it was? But how's it going? What have you been up to, my friend?
Well, in the last couple nights since we talked, and you'll hear about this again in the future, everybody who's listening at home, I have recently finished up school for a bit. I'm now on Thanksgiving break, so I have done nothing as to the best of my ability.
That is
does absolutely nothing.
Like, that's the kind of nothing when you book a holiday and people are like, where are you going? Nowhere. Oh, what are you doing? Nothing. Oh, well, you could do this. This isn't town. No, you don't understand. I've booked this time to do nothing.
See,
it's not that I have no plans. It's that I plan on doing nothing.
Few people understand that, and I'm just like, I want a day where I just get up and have nothing to do, so I sit just there, just binging TV series in my boxes. That's fucking heaven. You need one of those days once a month.
So, I mean, I've been doing everything this semester, so I just need to stop for a while.
Fair enough.
Enjoy myself.
Chilling and unwinding. Well, that's good to hear. So you've been chilling with us on Happy Hour, recording a few things for the future, and eating your way through several pounds of sunflower seeds.
This is true.
Excuse me. It's very, very rude. And Yuna, how's your week going, my friend?
Busy. Prepping for Black Friday at the job.
Shit, yeah,
which I will be handing out the vouchers for different items to the people who stand in line. I'm supposed to get there at like 2 a.m. for handing out things. The store opens at 6 a.m. We actually hand out the stuff to the giant-ass lines around 4 a.m.
I have seen those YouTube, on the clips on YouTube and stuff, and are you saying that people are out there at 2 a.m.?
I'm saying that people pitch their tents about 6 p.m. the previous day, and camp out until that time. Yes.
I will tell you right now, Vacant, that right now, somewhere in America, there are people already waiting in line.
God.
Oh yeah.
What is that good that you no.
Nothing. The answer is nothing.
The answer is nothing, but there are some pretty good deals. Well, maybe I can save Black Friday stories until after the Thanksgiving section, because that's chronologically how it goes.
Yeah. We'll go for that. That's good. That's good to hear. Glad you're both well. In terms of manga or anime, or just general media at large, any of you guys, what have you been watching, reading, writing, and playing, if anything?
Well, today I watched the most recent episode of One Punch Man, which was amazing.
It episode 7 you were talking about? Or...
Is
it the one with the meteor?
It's the one with the Sea King.
Shit.
Or the first episode with the Sea King.
I need to watch that one. I'm one behind them.
They've already gotten that far?
That's episode
They've gone that
8,
far.
man, yeah.
Nice.
I have not read the manga, so I'm not entirely sure what's all up with that stuff. But yeah, Sea King. Episode 8 is what it is.
I didn't realise it came out today. I should have watched it before. Oh well. I was thinking 7 was the most recent. The one with the meteor. Fucking awesome.
Yeah. And I can't say I watched it, but I did stumble across like a Hatalia short where all the countries were turned into women instead of men, and that was fucking weird. And we don't really need to talk about that anymore, because fuck.
Okay.
Alrighty.
That's weird. And what have you been up to recently?
Watching. I haven't watched it yet, but I plan on watching the Jessica Jones series that just came out on Netflix.
Oh god,
it's
I want to watch
the new Marvel series, which I want to see because Daredevil was really good. I've heard nothing but good things about this one so far.
They just released it all at once, like rather than episodically. They just put it all out in a series. That is fucking awesome with Netflix.
Well, I mean, if you think about
sense,
it, it's Netflix who makes it, so Netflix is famous for binging shows. So it wouldn't make sense if they did episodically. We're just going
to decide that this comes out at 8 p.m. on Tuesday for no reason. Speaking of Netflix, Netflix came in handy for me because I went to see the new Hunger Games, or rather the last Hunger Games film today in the cinema, Mockingjay Part 2.
Ooh.
And I had never seen any as of yesterday, so I was after I finished work and I'd gotten drunk with my friend, I then had to sit with my girlfriend and binge through all 3 of the films from about 8 till 2:30 in the morning or 3 a.m. or something, and then get up and go watch this one. And it's a lot of information to take in with those films. Everyone up to date with them other than the last one, or have you seen the last one yet? Or
I watched the first 2 when they came on Netflix, and I don't really care about the series in general, so whatever, fuck it.
Well, I think that was the thing, because I was watching them back to back. I mean, I don't know if they do, but it seems like each one has a different director. I don't know if the books are like this as well, because it's like they are vastly different in terms of tone and theme that each film is. Like, this latest one was literally like Black Hawk Down, or a mission of a video game. It was like clearing block to block in a city, like a military-based assault, following a small team. It's really weird. It's so different. Every film's so different, and I mean, I like the principle. I think the actual idea of the Hunger Games is stupid. I think it's because
it is. I mean, you can't subjugate people by saying we're going to murder your children, and that's pretty much it.
It's not going to stick.
Not going to work.
But yeah, you have to kind of suspend it. I mean, like, I always give this defense. I get really nitpicky and critical about realism, and then like I watch fully accept like what happens in Code Geass or something. So it's like, if you watch anime, I kind of go, yeah, okay, that's fine. So I'm like, any kind of realism, just throw it out the window. But hey ho, so that was weird, watching all of that in one go. That's not a series you can binge, really, because it's like a lot to take in.
See, that's the thing. I remember binge reading the books over the course of a weekend that I was staying with relatives, and I had a cousin who said, hey, if you're bored, you can read these. And I just kind of blew through them all because, man, I was really bored. And I remember the last book is probably the worst, and it fell apart as it went on. So hearing that they split the movie into 2 parts, and the first part was really good, and it kind of just expected it not to make the landing.
The pacing. Well, I think it's a theme for all of them. The pacing of all 4 films is weird, like just bad. It's just bad. But yeah, as I say, that's what I don't get, because it's such a really popular film and like there's a huge following behind it. Because it's got the theme, like good themes there. It's got some good stuff, but hey ho.
Here's my question for you, because I've heard you don't have the MPAA, but what was it violence-wise? Because I've heard that it probably shouldn't have been PG-13.
With ours, it goes a U, which is universal for all, PG, which is parental guidance, which is still pretty much suitable for everyone except really, really young kids. And then there's 12A, which is 12 and above, unless accompanied by an adult. So 12A, you are allowed in the cinema if you've got an adult with you, if you were younger than 12. And then 12, 15, 18. This was a 12A, and I've got to say, a lot, like, there's some shit that goes on in there. And I'm like, that really shouldn't, like, I was really surprised that they got away with it. In a non-spoilerish way, I'm trying to think of a way to I'm trying to think of a way to not spoil the film for anyone, because it's kind of a key point that happens. But basically, there's levels of violence to a demographic of people, or I guess a demographic of people that you really wouldn't expect in a 12A, if that makes sense.
Is it small children dying?
A lot of small children dying. On camera, a lot of small children die.
Are you saying this series about murdering children has child murder?
Okay, if anybody wants to watch the film, I am going to... This is minor spoilers, so please fast forward the next 30 seconds. You guys don't mind if I just tell you this bit, do you? I'm sure... Oh, yeah.
I've read them.
Coryn doesn't give a shit, so... Yeah, so basically what happens is there's a key point where the rebels are storming the capital, and the capital, over the PA system, advise all the capital citizens to bring their children to the front of the line. They do so, and then a drone comes by and unleashes firebombs, and it just explodes all the little kids. Like, they just get incinerated. And then people rush to help them, like medics all rush to help them. And then there's a second wave, delayed explosive. Boom! All of those people die. And it's just like, well, that's a bit unexpected for a 12A.
I heard it.
We've got a special guest.
What?
Hello there, Vio. Hey!
Hello there, Vacant.
We've got Vio.
How's
Oh,
everyone?
very well.
Good. Welcome to the
Yes,
Thanksgiving
welcome
cast.
To episode 20. Thanksgiving cast. The Thanks cast. That doesn't work. Thanksgive cast. I'll stop. But
Now you can officially represent your own country's crazy Thanksgiving.
Crazy. We already had ours back in October.
Exactly. It's insanity.
this is really
That's
confusing
sanity.
as to why there's 2 different Thanksgivings. But, first of all, Vio, how's it going, my friend?
I am tired and exhausted.
So, you're in the right place then.
Because oh yeah, because right underneath me, I got 2 puppies now.
Aww.
Aww.
I got 2 baby little Rottweilers that are just chewing up my chair.
Oh.
I like that. I'd love a puppy, but I can't have dogs in my house. Landlord won't allow it. They chew up shit.
Not such an incident.
Apparently, he doesn't like them. Like, he's like, no, don't. He says something about dogs ruining the house. He's got an intimidating aura about him. Just the sort of thing that you think, I best not mess with this guy. He's like, you will pay rent on time. It's like, yes, sir, absolutely. I'll pay it days early. You can have it now. But yeah, no, glad you're doing well, dude. Glad you're doing well. If you wanted to watch Hunger Games, you've just missed a spoiler for it, so that's good. It's all good. But yeah,
That's alright.
other than that, I have been watching One Punch Man, of course, keeping up with the new anime of the new season. Not as much as I want to. I've dropped so many shows over the last few weeks, just through time constraints. And, oddly enough, my birthday came and went in between the last episodes. So, I'm now turning the tender old age of 25, which I'm very sad about.
Is that really odd?
No. Is that somebody got me a present, and it's a game capturing device, and it wasn't something I asked for. Like, I'm pretty certain I hadn't mentioned that at all to them, like, that I wanted to do. I think I mentioned it on a happy hour. It was just like an idea we were throwing out of something that we could do for Halloween, like a sort of play a horror game and record it. So I don't know if this family member's secretly listening and they found out that I'm here. So I don't know. But it's like a game capturing device, like a Roxio Pro HD. So I don't know why I had to give the full name of it, but hey ho, wait. So
you're saying we could do happy hour let's plays now?
This is the thing. I need to branch into.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a new thing that we could be looking into. Probably we'll have to wait until I get a more powerful laptop in a couple of weeks. But we'll go from there. But it's an idea. It's an idea, and it's a useful thing to have. It's more just the fact that I'm pretty positive I've not mentioned it once, and the only time I've mentioned it is on one of these on a happy hour. So who knows? Maybe they're snooping. Maybe they somehow found me on the internet.
So what you should do, it'll drop a series of hints and see if they start subconsciously following them. I really need 2 gallons of cherry gummy ranchers.
Yeah, I'd love them. Don't know what they are.
This Roxio is pretty good, but I think the industry standard is the Elgato game capture. I'm just throwing that out there. Anyone?
Yeah, my friend's got that, but the Elgato, I think they're really expensive.
Oh, yeah, I know. They're all stupid expensive.
Something you've got to be serious about, I guess, if you want to get into it. Anyway, Vio, let me start that sentence again. What have you been reading, watching, writing, gaming, anything that you've been up to in the past week or two?
Oh, mainly just Fallout 4.
You've been sucked into that.
The day that came out, I just started to neglect life.
Fair enough. You are not alone in that. I've noticed that there's a few people absent from Manga Raiders. Sherbet, who's just disappeared from life at the moment because
directly after getting a PlayStation 4.
Sold, obviously, the TV sold on Gumtree, the UK version of Craigslist. So it's all good. It's all good. That dusty old TV managed to sell. Obviously, he managed to get PS4 and Fallout 4, and now he has not been seen since. So I hope you're enjoying it, Sherbet.
I can see nothing.
Yeah.
You want to hear something really crazy about Fallout 4? In the news, if you have heard about Pornhub, they reported that since Fallout 4 came out on that day, 10% of their average viewers just dropped.
Wow. That's a weird metric that somehow doesn't surprise me. Are they pissed at Fallout? Or are they looking for a collab with Fallout?
I mean, I feel like they still get 90% of the internet's entire traffic every day. So
yeah, I reckon 10%. I reckon 10% out of 2 billion people possibly is probably not.
Okay, as long as we're talking about porn stories loosely related to nerd things, I do have another story to relate. Is that at one point the Pornhub, it was the Brazzers Twitter, started making jokes related to Dragon Ball Z Abridged. At which point, because I follow the Twitters of the Team 4-Star, and they started responding and talking back and forth about trying to do some kind of joking collaboration, which none of the team was comfortable with, but was more than happy to joke around. And unfortunately, I liked some of the tweets made by both people, and that's why I have 20 different porn blogs following me now.
I'm gonna find your Twitter.
I have 20 different porn blogs following me. I thought that was just how Tumblr works.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just Brazzers, made a super kami guru joke, and I thought, okay, that's unexpected and funny. I'll like it. And then suddenly it's just, wait, who are these people? Stop following me. I don't want you.
Get away from me. You're spoiling my good name. Speaking of a wholesome family holiday, such as Thanksgiving coming up, first of all, I'm going to give my version of what Thanksgiving is. I'm going to say what I think it is, and then Coryn is going to set the record straight for any of us who are, if you're either dumb or you're unenlightened, then he'll set it straight. So, to me, what I think Thanksgiving is, I know there's parades, I know there's normally a football game on, people get together and eat turkey and pumpkin pie. It's because Christopher Columbus got to America. I think that's why. And he's giving thanks for food and shit. Maybe, possibly. So that's everything that I know. So, how far off the mark was I there, Coryn, or was I pretty much spot on?
On a scale,
we kind of blended it with Columbus Day.
Columbus Day?
Yeah.
That's also a thing.
Columbus Day is a day we celebrate by walking into other people's houses and punching them in the face. But no, not really at all. No, that's not what happened. Okay. Mostly because you're off by a couple 100 years.
When did it happen? I didn't mention it.
All right.
It happened 10 years ago. That's my guess.
No, not quite. All right. So, basically, the general idea people have about Thanksgiving is that the Pilgrims showed up and they were all doing awesome, and then they saw these poor, starving natives around them, and they're like, we're going to invite them to a big feast, and we're all going to be happy. And that is not really how that went, because that's kind of the American grade school version of things. It's much easier for a 6-year-old to digest, but completely not historically accurate. Like most American history classes, I'm sad to say. And I assume that's probably truthful in a lot of history classes around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But basically, in 1620, the Mayflower came over here and the Pilgrims were on, and they landed at Plymouth Rock, and they were like, yay, this bitch is ours now. So they're like the first American settlers and all that, we want to call them. But basically, they really didn't know how to survive in the wilderness, being a bunch of random religious reformers from England. So as you can imagine, they didn't have a lot of wilderness training. And they all started starving to death. Like, first winter, I want to say like half of them died. And then maybe by the time the first Thanksgiving actually happened, there was only about a quarter of the original people there left. So really wasn't going well. And all the natives in the surrounding area kind of looked at him and said, they're going to die, and we'd feel kind of bad about it. Not like entirely bad, but kind of bad if they all died under our watch. So a dude named Squanto, who actually, from years earlier in his life, was captured and taken to England as a slave and managed to escape, said, I'm going to help you out, because he actually spoke English. He's like, he taught him how to, like, you know, fish and plant corn and all that kind of shit. And eventually the Pilgrims were kind of limping along on their own and getting a little bit better and started talking to the tribes. And they kind of declared, okay, we're going to have a day of Thanksgiving, which was a fairly common thing to do. Of, you know, you have a day where you just kind of give thanks for whatever, and I don't know.
Sounds good.
We kind of narrowed it down. They said, we'll have the day of Thanksgiving. And then what happened is, like, many Indians showed up, kind of uninvited, and they were like, this is our party now. So instead of this happy feast where everybody was getting along, it was sort of this intimidating of, we should probably feed these guys or they might slaughter us.
Sounds like any house party I've ever been.
And pretty much.
The Puritans were not well known as a fighting force.
They were not. They did have a few, like, trained soldiers, but no, not really much. And they actually didn't eat turkey, surprisingly enough. The Indians brought, like, I shouldn't call them Indians. They brought, like, 5 deer or something like that. I forget the exact numbers, but they brought quite a bit of deer. And they noted that they ate fowl, but nobody's quite sure what it was. And it lasted for, like, 3 days instead of, like, normal afternoon we usually have nowadays. Which I think would be much better if we just had 3 days of feasting.
Yeah, I can see how they shortened it down. If like, those guests were uninvited, the Native Americans, and they stayed for 3 days, and nothing worse than a guest who stays longer than you would expect.
Yeah, but it really depends who you define as the guest in this particular instance.
It's the settlers' party, but it's the Native Americans' house.
Yeah, kind of how it went. And they kind of made it through. Nobody killed each other for a while. And that was kind of... There was a treaty they signed or something like that. And, yeah, that's pretty much where American Thanksgiving got started. And then it was kind of celebrated off and on-ish, depending on the state. It wasn't actually made a national holiday until Abe Lincoln did it in fucking, I don't know, sometime before he died. Which I suppose is general. But that's when it actually became a sort of Thanksgiving as we know it today, and the football and the parade are just kind of a fallout from that. Now, Canadian Thanksgiving is entirely different, and is basically a shit show.
It's a shit show.
Sorry,
Hey,
Vito.
yo, why? This confused me. Why is Canadian Thanksgiving on a different date?
Well, think about it. You're full, you're stuffed, you're working on the weekend, you're just saying, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. So we'll say, we'll give you Monday off. While Americans tend to have theirs starting on Thursday, if I'm right.
It is a Thursday. Well, Canadian Thanksgiving the problem is it wasn't based on something the same way that American ones. We kind of had one instance. The Canadians had a bunch of different dates of Thanksgiving, usually celebrating like the end of a war or a king's birthday or some shit. Because you're way too tied to England at that point in the point of the view of the Americans.
Yep.
So basically they had a bunch of different dates and they just kind of picked one.
Yeah, we decided we'll go with the second week of Monday.
Hey, 3-day weekend.
Yeah,
that's cool.
so that's kind of reason.
Yeah.
The thing is, everybody had days of Thanksgiving, but the actual holidays that kind of came from them were both different ones, just different origins entirely.
Okay.
And that's the abridged history of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Okay.
With a lot more backward stairs.
Well, that was interesting. I've learned actually something about Thanksgiving. I did know it was on a Thursday, only because I know that Black Friday's after it, so it has to be on the Thursday. Black Friday is straight after it. And that is, I only learned about I was in the dark about Black Friday, no pun intended, about Black Friday until about 2 years ago, because I'd never heard of it, and then it was like just this big thing that everyone was talking about. Because now it's in the UK. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but we have Black Friday. And
no, it's probably for the best if you had stayed in the black about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of capitalism run to its logical child murdering extremes. Honestly, 100 years from now, it will just be the Hunger Games.
Seriously.
Tying it back. People get killed,
we
man.
Had people
it's dangerous.
Killed. We had there was news reporters in a store. There was like this news footage that people were doing. It was just like, because it was like last year was the real first big year where all the major stores joined in and had a Black Friday sale. So I guess like no one was really didn't know what to expect. I mean, you should have known from any kind of sale or anything.
Let's see. You asked an American,
the news
maybe.
Was so shocked. It was just amazing. There was this one where there was the doors. They would open the automatic doors, but they were still not automatic. They were on manual, so you had to like push them apart. So it got to about like one person's width, and then everyone just tried to filter through it. And then like it was just this massive crush of people just like falling over and trampling on each other and stuff. And then like just halfway through, because it cut back to the reporter, and he was just holding someone's shoe. He was like, someone's lost a shoe, and all of it was for this fucking TV that's been reduced 50% off this TV, and it was a blank pot or something. It's some brand that I have never heard of whatsoever. So I was like, these people are fucking retarded.
Some people will do anything to save a little money for Christmas.
I'm on the lookout for a laptop, so if I have to bring an extra pair of shoes with me to gain that bad boy, it's worth it.
What you need is some really big and buff friends to just flank you. I know you don't know anything about American football, but we have these dudes called linebackers that basically run at the other really big dudes on the other big team to keep them from running over the smaller
I do have a few rugby
dudes.
player friends, and I've got a friend who is a fucking huge guy. But yeah, maybe that's the plan. I just have to. Maybe I've still got time. I've still may have time to join a rugby team, so we can coordinate or assault on a store, so I can get £100 off a laptop.
You'll see imagery like they just like knock down like the entire storefront.
You could put like a black and white filter on it and like bomb sound effects in the background, and you would just think it was like something from a post-apocalyptic world.
I just have
like if you
one in
Photoshop
every 100 people
Godzilla
actually goes for a car.
outside stomping around.
Yeah, just Photoshop a really shitty Godzilla in there. That's crazy. That's insane. That is. But yeah.
Like people trying to get into the store reminds me a bit of that scene in Pacific Rim where everybody just wants to get into the shelter.
Is like people are running for their lives, but really it's for half price cutlery.
$99 iPads.
That's a lot of money.
You're just macing everyone around you.
Yeah, I love people. There were a couple of fights actually on the UK news that they showed. Was because somebody was literally wrestling a was it a TV? I think it was.
The moral of the story is don't bring your children.
Don't bring your children to a stampede, basically, unless they're small enough.
Unless
that's true. Shields. Maybe as well, if they're small enough, they can sort of sneak through everyone because why there's a huge crush on, they can go under them and then grab what you need. So there you go. In fact, take.
Oh, sounds like a good way to get trampled.
Happy hour PSA. Take as many children as possible to Black Friday. They will get you your shit. The ones that don't survive, they are the weak. They only weaken your bloodline. But no, seriously, don't take children. Just don't be an idiot. There you go.
As we may have learned from the recent Hunger Games movie, children are a great first line of defense.
Yeah, seriously, don't take children. Don't be an asshole. Basically, if you don't forget that you're a human, and don't forget that you're only going for a sale. Like, it's not your life that depends on it. It's okay.
See, the thing that I don't get is the people that always get in first on Black Friday are always those people that literally gave up Thanksgiving with their families to go shopping instead.
That is one thing that.
Oh yeah.
It's Black Friday is the day you give thanks for Thanksgiving is the day you give thanks for what you have, and then 24 hours later you can just absolutely turn into a savage to buy more things. I don't know. I suppose it's like Boxing Day now here. Do you guys have the big Boxing Day sales on the 26th of December? Yeah. That's crazy, that shit is.
Not so much in America. We don't really have Boxing Day, but that, to me, has always just been gift card day of, okay, the stores are open again, everyone's got these stupid gift cards.
Yeah, I think before that's probably the biggest sale day of the year I can think of for England, is like Boxing Day sales, because everyone's been mental shopping for Christmas. They've shopped for Christmas. They finally got all the presents. And then the next day, they're straight back out again, like after Christmas, buying shit again for no, I can buy this for next year, for the next, and it's an endless cycle. I stayed a fuck away from shops at that time.
For me, the 26th of December was always standing in the mall, shoved off into a corner with my brother, going, why the hell did Mom want to come and return all that shit she got for Christmas the day after Christmas?
All right,
they give extended. I mean,
oof. I was like, we spent like 3 hours outside of a candle store. Candle store while she stood in line.
I love that there's a line at a candle store.
It was
Nobody
ridiculous.
wants candles for Christmas.
Like, my dad just left us there because he went outside to smoke or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. It's like at Christmas period, we have a thing where they extend the returns period normally. For most places, 99% of retailers do this in England, where when it's up to Christmas, like between the second week of December and the second week of January, it's like, it's fine. You can it doesn't matter. You can return them. For me, Boxing Day is the chilling day, because I do a lot of like visiting on Christmas Day, and you're up and down everywhere. But today you just chill.
Mm-hmm. It's usually eating leftovers and just playing with all the shit.
Not Christmas, sorry. I'm talk about how we spend Christmas. Good question. How do you guys spend Thanksgiving? Sorry, Churro says she's going to hop on with us as well. In 5 minutes.
Nice.
Miss America returns. Right, she's only going to be here 5 minutes, or she's coming in 5 minutes.
Miss America.
She's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss United States.
Brilliant introduction.
She's coming in second place.
Are you singing Miss Serendipity?
Cooking contest, mates. Shit.
I mean, she is beauty. She's grace. She's Miss United States is a real line. But I don't know what the fuck the rest of that is.
She's coming in second place in this cooking contest.
Oh, gauntlet's been thrown down. Oh, yeah.
I really want to be in that contest, but the most delicious thing I know how to bake does not look very pretty.
Get some molding clay and just make something, because no one needs to know if it's edible or not. So it's okay.
See, that's what I was thinking about. It's like I make
buttermilk pie.
I make buttermilk pie, but like the top's just like brown and yellow caramelized sugar, and it's really not that pretty to look at. And if I take it out of the pie pan, then it's just pie crust and brown and yellow caramelized shit.
The appearance.
I mean, it tastes like heaven, but still.
So for context, there is going to be the first ever in history Manga Readers Christmas Bake Off. You can't taste shit.
Well,
like,
you
you're not
can't
allowed.
taste any of the food.
Yeah,
We've
it
planned
started
this
as a
out
joke,
real
and
well.
it became a serious thing now. Based off the back of some shit talk, because the shit talk was real between Nair and Churro. There's a rivalry brewing there that's of legendary proportions.
See, I'm thinking maybe after this year we should
I
just turn it
figured
into
that.
the
Well,
gingerbread
gingerbread's
making
hard to make.
contest.
Yeah.
Because that seems more realistic for a
I'm gonna make a
site-based
cookie.
judgment.
I'm going to make my Pikachu cookie.
Yeah, I object to that no adult content for the baking contest because I've had some great success with gingerbread men and cutout cookies in the past.
What kind
with
of
adult humor?
There?
We added a limp wang to one of our little cutout cookie men and wrote ED on the front of his shirt because he was Ed and he was representing erectile dysfunction.
So he was not only festive,
Wow.
but he was also raising awareness of a serious condition. So, if anything, that shouldn't be banned. That should be encouraged. Right, new rule change. I think we're going to petition this to Churro. Yeah, all cookies.
There were some racy cookies involved.
I was going to say racist.
That's what I'm saying.
All cookies should be racist. No, please, yeah. Manga
The
Race
happy
is
hour
happy
does
hour.
not
It's
endorse
racism,
racism.
homophobia, or anything. None of that will be tolerated. So there you go. Okay, nice little PSA just to melt that up. My mind's going. I was like, yeah, all cookies should be racist. It's like all got to be vanilla frosting, and that's it. You get them chocolate chips out of here,
sugar
boy.
cookies.
I gotta
into our
separate my
neighborhoods,
chocolate
making
from my
stuff work.
vanilla cookies.
Yeah.
Strawberry.
Yeah,
What
Well,
did
not
chocolate chip
tolerate
cookies
raisins.
think
raisins
about
get out of
oatmeal
here.
raisin?
Oatmeal, that's fine. Gingerbread.
Ugh.
Oatmeal
Gingerbread
raisin
has
is my
ginger
favorite
in,
cookie.
and ginger people. Let's just segregate that. Why not? Just we're drawing a line under all people.
Cookies in general, I'm really just
I fucking
chocolate
love
chip
peanut butter.
or peanut butter.
I
or
had
nothing.
Reese's Pieces.
Oh, white chocolate macadamia nut. Never mind.
Didn't you like my pancake cookies?
Those were also pretty good. I forgot about those.
That's the other thing I thought about the baking contest, but I realized no, they just kind of look like cookies.
And I know I made some in the past that were like cake mix. They were just
I'm
cake
gonna put the
cookies.
link in
Those
the,
were really
in the
good.
description for the Bake Off as well. If anyone wants to see the that, maybe even snapshot some of the shit talk that's gone. It may even happen now because Miss Chura could be potentially joining us very very soon. So we'll see. She's coming in with all guns blazing. Vio, are you joining the Bake Off?
Thinking I'm
It's
gonna
be
try,
interesting.
yeah.
It's a cool idea. It's a bit different from the normal writing arts contest. So it's a bit of fun. Why not? And you get a tasty treat at the end of it, everyone. So there you go.
Let's see.
Yeah, you get to
The
eat some
consolation
shit.
prize is you still get
And
to eat
some
something.
Christmas baking because that puts people in the mood. Speaking of which, really random. But getting back to the Thanksgiving portion, is pumpkin pie is turkey the traditional meal, and is pumpkin pie the traditional pudding? Pudding? That's a really English word. Traditional dessert.
What?
Dessert.
Oh, yeah.
So that depends who you ask, right? Generally, it's turkey and pumpkin pie, but it's like some people don't do pumpkin pie, some people don't do turkey. The South is entirely some fucked up something else. They probably put alligator on a spigot and serve crawfish
Mama's in
pie
the
or
kitchen
some shit. I don't know. They have their own food traditions. Some people do sweet potatoes
What?
covered in marshmallows.
We
I
have
don't
a
understand
very
that one.
special guest joining us. It's Miss America. If you want a serenader, that's absolutely fine there. I have a sound clip. You can't stop
He already
it.
has
It's
the
funny.
sound clip.
It just
You
means
can't
if I'm
stop him.
too lazy or remember.
Don't put words in my mouth like
I'll
that.
try. I'll try not to. Hey!
Hello.
Hey!
Hi.
I say we were all looking at the
Yeah,
little.
we literally stopped.
dots
We
with
just
suspense.
ground to a halt going, is it going? Yeah! No. It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
Miss USA or Miss America is here. I can't remember which moniker. Both mean the same thing. Yeah. There we go. We've got
The
3
party has
Americans,
arrived.
an Englishman, and a Canadian. So there we go.
The whole family's here.
Not all of them,
Yes.
but Noisy and Lego probably don't celebrate Thanksgiving, so that's fine. And Sherbet, you can go away, and of course anyone else in the Manga Race community. I'm trying to think of everyone who's been on, but whatever. But how's it going anyway, Churro? Have you been well for the last few weeks, or?
Yeah, Okay. I've been super busy, and I'm just so happy that it's the weekend.
So you can chill, sit back and chill. Because of course, Thanksgiving's tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It is. It is currently Wednesday, November 25th.
Sure.
It is true. This is not
completely true.
A Sunday, 2 a.m. on Sunday. We were just talking about Thanksgiving. You missed the dissertation and history lesson. I now consider myself an expert in the field of Thanksgiving.
You should not do that.
If anyone asks, I'll just say fact check. So I'll credit you as the source, Coryn. I'll say, basically, these guys were having a house party in another dude's house, and they came and fucked shit up. Yeah.
No, it's more accurate than your first guess.
It's okay, they're all good.
The first guess was Columbus came to America in 1992 and threw a party.
I don't know. It is a party. Isn't Thanksgiving a party, or is it more of a formal affair?
You know Christmas dinner with your family?
See, that's what
is
I don't
that,
like
but no
about
presents.
I think it's like a tease. It's like, God damn it, this feels like Christmas, smells like Christmas, it sounds like Christmas.
No, it's like, that's why it's nice to having November Thanksgiving.
I guess.
Because it's like a precursor to Christmas.
Right, it's like the start.
Because you have Halloween, then it's spooky and fall, and then you ease out of spooky into just fall for Thanksgiving. And then after Thanksgiving, you're still fall, but moving into winter, and then you're getting Christmassy.
It's useful as well if you, say, if your parents are divorced or something like, I know mine are, so what happens in Christmas, they take it in turns. 1 year I'll go with mum's, the next year we'll go with my dad's, and, for dinner, and then, we'll swap over and stuff each year. So I suppose if you had Thanksgiving, you could go, one person's 1 month, and then the next month you go the other person. So I guess it's useful for that. See more family. Why not? It's always good.
Yeah, we tried that with my mom and my dad's side of the family, but we eventually all decided that we kind of hate my dad's side of the family, so we just stopped going.
Fair enough. It's always a useful thing. It's like, actually, I'm just going to leave it. Fuck you. Fuck you, Dave, who may be Doug. According to now.
I think there may have been railing against his brother a little bit there.
No.
Exclusive nerd doesn't like, he hates his brother, he says.
I love my brother. I don't know.
Fair enough.
He is a different individual than myself.
Siblings are really weird. Like, I have not much in common with my siblings at all.
Right. That's just the thing. Like, I can't really talk, hey, how about them video games?
It's really... What?
You're a fan of soccer. This isn't
in a wrong
England.
place, motherfucker. That's what makes me laugh.
Like, I could get into sports, but you gotta meet me halfway, bro. Also, thank you for giving me the opportunity to unironically call someone bro.
Use it now for the rest. That'll be now your catchphrase. You'll be known for that more than Lego's known for...
You bastards.
You bastards.
I've told him that he needs to get that on a shirt when we go to convention. He's going to have it on a shirt. But then I realised that he's got to walk around with a swear word on a shirt, and I don't know how kindly they'll take to that. So I was like, I need to remember to tell him not to do that, because otherwise he's...
Would they allow that in the UK?
No. But I know that there's sort of a... I'm pretty certain I read on the rules of it about cosplay, so nothing too provocative or... anything unsavory or untoward. So, yeah. So I think...
Look, nothing's bad if you put it in quotation marks.
I would just say, listen, we're quoting him. It's a quote. There's going to be more offensive things there, I guarantee it. Because to be fair, if they say nothing gaudy or unsavory, and say keep it clean and family friendly, I've seen the pictures from that place, and my God, some of that, they are not safe for work. Some of those cosplays that they have on there. So I call shenanigans on that shit.
I was saying, pretty much every Kill la Kill cosplay I've ever seen in my life,
there's a lot of costumes you just can't get away with. There's
No.
No good, unless you use the flesh suit or something. Maybe, but who knows?
Yeah, no, whatever.
Let's get back to
Thanksgiving.
Churro.
Yeah.
We've had way too much sex in this episode.
Well.
Phrasing.
Oh.
Well, I didn't even notice. Bloody hell. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was perfect. That's the episode title there. Happy Thanksgiving.
Let's not call it that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Churro, what are your plans for Thanksgiving? If you don't mind sharing, what are you? Anything special that you do on, or do you just chill with the family?
Just dinner with family. It's usually get up, watch the parade, cook dinner, and then eat it at about 3 p.m. And then we watch Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, a Christmas movie, and then we pass out.
That's pretty cool. Good.
Yeah.
So here's a question. Since I know you're from a different part of the country that happens to be more southern than some of us, what exactly do you eat? Because we were talking about the different kind of weird foods you'll see around.
Well, of course, turkey, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, various vegetables, corn, green beans, sweet potato crunch.
Is sweet
potato
crunch sweet potatoes with marshmallows?
No. Not ew. No, it's like a pie, and it's the sweet potato filling, and then it's topped with like walnuts and brown sugar, and then that part's like caramelized and toasted.
That does sound really good. I'm not gonna lie.
It's really good.
God.
I'm looking at pictures, it doesn't look bad. Still, I've never understood sweet potatoes though. I can't get around it.
Honestly, the only time I'll eat them is at Thanksgiving. I like any other kind of potato, but not sweet potatoes.
Are they even really potatoes?
Listen, it's Thanksgiving. Don't make accusations and discredit the sweet potato.
Every year for the past 4 years, I keep trying to convince my family that secret traditional pieces of food that you can bring are funnel cake and fudge. Because I really love funnel cake and fudge, and you can't make those on a day-to-day basis.
I got
but
converted
nobody's
onto the
having
fudge
it.
ban. I've never liked fudge before. I just never really liked it. Somebody made vanilla and Oreo fudge at work, and just that's really cool at my place, because I've never worked in a place where people just come in with cakes and they just go, oh, by the way, guys, there's cake on there. And they were like, I've got vanilla and Oreo fudge, so I thought... But they were in the kitchen at the time, so they were like, do you want to try this? And because they're there in person, it's like, shit, I've got to do it, because I don't want to offend them by saying, no, I'm all right. So I had it, and it was amazing. I'm converted. I'm in the Church of Fudge. I
just don't know how you had to be converted. I mean, fudge is just thicker chocolate.
Yeah, the only one I've had before is kind of like a clotted cream fudge, which is sort of like, I guess, close to toffee.
Ew.
What does that even mean?
Clotted cream.
Clotted
I've
only ever experienced
I really love that because it sounds
sounds
really
disgusting.
British.
It sounds like it's gone bad.
I don't know if that is disgusting or just quaint and charming and British.
Am I the only American who keeps clotted cream
Can I
in the
tell you
house?
the alternate name as well? Devonshire cream. Devonshire cream. I love it.
Yes. We in my house are frequent shoppers of the English tea store online, and Devonshire cream is something always in our fridge.
Okay, so what is it?
It's a thick. It's
That's actually a good question.
A thick cream, like a really thick cream.
It's like a. Yeah, but it's more like a
According to Wikipedia,
almost.
Clotted cream is a thick cream made by indirectly heating full cream cow's milk using steam or a water bath and then leaving it in shallow pans to cool slowly. During this time, the cream content rises to the surface and form clots. Or clouts.
That does not make it sound any more appetizing.
It's like it's sort of like a softer, like cottage cheese sort of consistency.
I'm not a fan of cottage cheese.
I hate cottage cheese, anyways.
Oh. Then
I mean, it looks like something you want. It looks like milk that you really just want to throw away at this point.
It's really good though.
Is it sweet or
Yes, it's like you put it on scones kind of thing.
Yeah, you have some British.
Are you sure you're not actually British and lying to us this whole time?
Oh
Shh. Well, for starters, my mother was an army brat and grew up in Germany. So she was all over Europe, and so we just adapted a lot of European things to fit us.
Well, that's good. That's good. Nice to expand these things. Well, since it's Thanksgiving, I think it's only right that we go around the table and we give thanks to a few things that we have. Nothing too serious, obviously. You know, we all know the normal ones that you're going to thank for your health and shit. But I'd like to know anything forum related or manga and anime related or any dumb shit that you are thankful for. I'll start. I am thankful that Sword Art Online currently only has 2 seasons in production.
Amen to that.
And then anyone can jump in. Free for all that shit.
I am thankful that Haikyuu exists.
That what exists?
Haikyuu, the anime.
I am thankful that Google exists to let me search what Haikyuu is.
How can you?
Were we all doing
seen
that?
Haikyuu?
Because I was doing it as well.
Is that?
Oh right, volleyball anime. That's volleyball, right?
Sports. Look, if it falls under sports anime, I've probably never seen it.
That's what I thought until I watched it, and it's more like sports anime meets shoujo. It's like a comedy.
I'm sorry, but
like
I'm on team.
Right.
I am. You know, it's all about them swimmers, all about them speedos. I think I was stealthily googling Haikyuu as well. I was like, Haikyuu was that?
we literally all were.
Gosh.
I'm sorry, but we don't fall into the main demographic for sports male team shoujo.
I think he does. Noisy.
Whatever you want to call that
loves
genre.
himself some Kuroko in a basket. Can't
get enough of
those
free.
Abs, those abs.
How can you?
All those swimming boys.
I saw a
Ooh,
trailer.
God.
All I saw
What's
was
wrong
the
with
trailer
free?
for free, and I
What's
just
wrong
said
with free?
nope.
It was Toby Swim Club is the best
There's a
place
lot-
ever.
Look, I like the abridged version of Free. That's pretty good. I'll be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah, Makoto's. I'm
But anyway,
thankful that Makoto
back to what we were
exists.
doing.
He's my boy.
I
I
am
am
thankful for abridged series. Before I, sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I am thankful for One Punch Man for making bald dudes cool again.
God, I was gonna thank him. I am thankful for Fallout 4 and causing what happened to Pornhub.
Is it a conspiracy of the video game industry to bring Pornhub down? Then I guess.
Bethesda and Pornhub are really in this really angsty war with each other where they can only communicate
it's
by
just a
taking away
Twitter
other
war.
people's followers.
You bitch. I am thankful that Persona 4 is still Persona 5 is still coming out within the next 6 months. I am not thankful for that shit being delayed, and I'm still bitter about it.
Coming October 2013.
It's coming out in the summer. I know it is. I'm praying. I've got faith. It's coming out.
I hope every time they show a new trailer, it looks even better. So I'm not.
I threw in a
I
not
can't
thankful
fault them for it. But yeah,
That's not the worst thing. Has anyone got a not thankful? They're not thankful for something?
my car being dead.
The manliest car I've heard, apparently. Manliest car that ever.
It'll come back.
He's got the Dragon
I'm thankful
Balls.
for resurrection.
But Brian, it's already been wished back to life once. You have to use the Namek balls.
You're gonna have to
Technically
get that.
true. God dang it.
Nothing about moon base or Mars. You're gonna have to go a little further. Oh my god.
We're
MR
going
in
to space.
It's okay because you've got an emergency grappling hook to hook yourself back on the moon. I've realised this won't make any sense to Vio or Churro. It's just based on a previous conversation that we had before you jumped in. It'll all make sense when you listen to it again. It'll be one plain structured narrative. Yeah.
3 days from now, this is all going to make perfect sense.
I'll take your word
Speaking of
for
which,
it.
I'm thankful for Dragon Ball Z GT being English dubbed, if only for the opening, because that opening is amazing.
I am thankful that new Dragon Ball Z has rendered Dragon Ball GT
Amen to
non-canon.
that. But please don't forget the opening though. In another time and space.
It's already forgotten.
God, that was terrible. I hated what they did to GT. Vegeta had a mustache. Vegeta shouldn't have a mustache. I'm sorry, but that's just not something that should happen. For some reason, people in anime, unless they're like an old dude or the Fiora from Full Metal Alchemist, I can't think of anyone who looks good with a mustache, like just normal, unless it's like a really badass long one. But no, I'm against anime mustaches. I don't know why.
Oh.
Just not a fan at all.
Speaking of Speaking of intros, though, I am thankful for the German Naruto intro for making other people uncomfortable.
Good old Germany.
Have not
Is
seen
the
that.
Attack on Titan ones in German? Isn't it? Like the actual, obviously it's Japanese singers, but is that not German?
The very, very intro bit.
Yeah, like the first part.
Like those first couple of German words they scream into, but then the rest is in Japanese, I think.
And even then, I'm not sure it's grammatically correct German.
Germanese.
Yeah. Like, I went back and listened to Blumenkranz, which is the Raggio's villain theme from Kill la Kill.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh boy, that's about as broken as Don't Lose Your Way. It's
I'm
not
sorry,
good,
I've just turned on,
but it's pretty fun.
Opening because I've just forgot what it was. Ninja Clan, I'm a clan. Ninja Clan, Naruto. That's the best opening I've ever seen. That knocks anything that I've ever seen out of the water. I'm trying to think of something forum related. I am thankful for. I'm thankful for everyone joining. I'm going to do a corny one. This is a cheesy one. I'm thankful for everyone taking part in the happy hour and having a lot of fun. It's been awesome. Get to know all people.
I'm thankful for the happy hour.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thankful for the happy hour. I'm
also thankful that there's
Spartacus.
that the anthology's been revived as well, and that's still going. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for all the good things that have gone right on the forum this last year. It was a bit of a rocky start, but we
really
smoothed down a lot of stuff.
I mean, I've only been here for 2 years. Well, just shy of 2 years, so. But I think it's been interesting. We've had a lot of participation with stuff like the happy hour and the Crow's character tournaments and VO's Mod Kingdom that
menacing looks.
In my defense, I've been busy for quite a while.
Yeah,
it's okay. We've all been busy, I think.
Sorry.
That's right. I want to get back to it, but because of the Halloween, I was still trying to finish up my costumes. And then after that, I got the 2 puppies, so I just been taking them outside every hour.
Yeah, you've got kids and puppies to look after. That's pretty busy.
I got a kid, I got 2 puppies, I got a full-grown dog, and a cat.
Full house, then.
Dang.
I got a lot of mouths to feed. Well, it's fun.
So why did you get 2 new puppies? Just
because my little girl says she wants a puppy. So I said, okay, we'll get a puppy. Because I got one for $200, which is actually pretty cheap here.
I'll take your word for it. All of our animals came off the street, so they were free.
There you go. And
other than, vet bills.
Oh, yeah. And then my little sister says, hey, I heard you're getting a puppy. I said, yeah. She says, well, I want one too. Taking care of 1 puppy is not bad, but taking 2 who are just keep going at each other's throats are horrible.
Yeah, they're gonna want to play so much and tear shit up, so they'll need constant supervision. So that's I'm thankful for the fact that Vio's the one with 2 puppies and not myself.
Yeah. Going off what Nair's been posting, I am thankful for Mike Hagar.
The last few minutes just posting pictures of cool people with mustaches with the caption of Tom Selleck is a cool guy with a mustache. Mike Hagar is a cool guy with a mustache.
At this point in the recording, we should just sub in the entire Mike Hagar ballad of Mike Hagar.
Does Hey Hatchie has a badass mustache, doesn't he? Right, okay, I'd say Hey Hatchie is a badass, is a guy with a badass mustache.
Nair has a surprisingly deep knowledge of cool guys with mustaches.
Oh,
no.
He can't grow a mustache.
Little bit.
Don't worry. Next time I shave, I will give you my mustache.
Thanks.
I'm going to grow it out until graduation, but then I'm going to shave it off.
I can grow one. Like I can grow the beard. Like I've been sporting the beard for most of the year. Like just the trimmed one. But problem is it's ginger. Like it's really ginger, so it doesn't look great. And there's white hairs. I've also been really sad that I found white hairs in my beard. I'm scared at that.
You're getting old.
It's hit me. It's hit me.
1 quarter from 100.
Reality hit.
Time waits for no one.
I mean, at least you. I think you might be taking it a little too far.
Yeah, Hitler ruined that mustache for it. That look has been ruined for anyone. Like, no one can project. There was a paper. As you know, there's Movember in England. I don't know if you do it in the US as well.
Yeah, it's between Movember and No Shave November
here, where you grow a mustache for charity. I believe it's prostate cancer or testicular cancer. But yeah, you just do that as a thing. You get people to sponsor you, and you don't shave your mustache. There was a guy who got beat up because he was trying to grow a mustache, but he could only grow like a small patch under his lip. So unfortunately, it looked like the Adolf Hitler mustache. And somebody saw it, and he was in a pub, and they were drunk, and they actually assaulted this guy purely based on that mustache. Which I feel so bad for that guy because he's doing a good thing, but.
Was it Michael Jordan or Shaq tried to wear it for a while? I forget which one it was.
You can't get away with it anymore.
It didn't work out. Literally until we forget about Hitler, that mustache is going to be ruined.
God damn you.
Between that and I think Fu Manchu, there have not been a lot of this person has single-handedly ruined a style of facial hair before.
With the cool hairdo that he's rocking. Like, if you had that, the Kim Jong-il, yeah,
no,
it looks like a
nobody
telephone
should
set.
have that.
I don't know. I mean, I guess he's literally the king of his own country. So, well, not literally, but he's like the figurehead of his own country. He can do what the fuck he wants. So, I'm sure no one's telling him. If his stylist did it and he was just like, "Yeah, that looks really good," he's like, "Oh, thank Christ." Anyway, yeah.
Are you just looking at random people with mustaches now?
In the background.
Like there. I know we can't. I wish we could show this to you, but there's just a list of links of people with mustaches.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's 11 links now of people of just mustaches. If you have a picture of a mustache, please send to Nair. I'm gonna try and find your Twitter now, and I'm gonna post it so everyone can send you pictures of. Yeah.
Let's give him a P.O. box.
Oh my
God!
You're
gonna have to write real letters to the internet radio show.
Can send us stuff because you know how like popular podcasts get free shit sent to them. We need one.
Yeah, but what unified P.O. box are we gonna have to split between Kansas City, Florida, London,
Hawaii,
Canada, Scotland, wherever
Hawaii.
Lego is currently residing?
Give it to Lego because I feel like he'd be trustworthy. So we'll send it to Germany and then he'll pass it on.
I feel like that might be a bad idea.
I'll hold on to it, and when I next see you, I'll hand that stuff to you. So, okay. That'll make the bake-off work. Basically, if you want to enter the MR Christmas bake-off, we're going to set up a P.O. box near Churro because she started it, so we'll send it all to her, and she can taste it all.
Actually, you know what we should do? We should send all of our mail to like a single location where none of us are at. And then just give you keys to like a lockbox to each of us, and then we have to race there Rat Pack style.
Yeah, except at the end, at the end of it, there's not like, was it $1 million that they had at the end? It's just somebody going, "I have a question for you guys." What? Yeah,
it's just a bunch of old fan mail and rotted cookies.
We are open for questions. If you ever want to ask us a question, just post a comment on YouTube or post a comment in the thread or post a comment, just tweet us. We had somebody ask us stuff on Twitter.
We could turn the mailbox into a tontine.
A what?
Tontine. It's the idea of whoever is the last person
like
alive
Simpsons.
Gets it.
Oh, I like that too.
Is it the
if
hellfish?
You remember that episode of The Simpsons with the fighting
tattoos
hellfish?
Now, what can we get for a tattoo? Yeah, just rocking it.
MR.
I think it's because that's a mistake I've put because I'm pretty certain that the YouTube channel is called MR Happy Hour, so people are just like it's Mr. Happy Hour rather than which sounds a bit Mr. Happy
not
Hour.
A bad one though.
Quite it is MR. I need to change that.
I'll say it's M capital.
Yeah,
both of them are capitals, and then there's a space.
It does explain and the featured channel is Manga Raiders, so people all the podcasts are called the Manga Raiders.
I would say if you look at any of the little anything, it says it on the logo.
Mr. Happy Hour sounds
like
on
a
the
thumbnails.
back page advertisement in a newspaper for some kind of seedy masseuse. He's like, I'm Mr. Happy Hour.
Are you looking for a good time, ladies? Why don't you call Mr. Happy Hour? Call 1-800 We know how to treat you right. For only $9.95 every 10 minutes. We'll listen.
Interesting. But yeah, that might be something I might need to look at. Because I've noticed that people read it as Mr. Happy Hour. Mr. Happy Hour, what's all this about? But yeah, so that's all cool. I'm thankful that Mr. Happy Hour still gets views every now and then. You missed it, Churro, by the way. You did miss it. I'm going to call it out. The gauntlet has been laid down.
What did I miss?
Nara's winning the contest.
See about that.
I still believe I see someone else to bake and then claim it as my work.
I'm just going to...
Ignore the Dylan sticker or the Safeway sticker. This is mine.
See, that's what I was thinking about. Because all of my Mo Delicious baked goods do not look like
I'm going to Google
presentably
anime
pretty.
cookies, and then I'm just going to do the unspeakable, and I'm going to go on like the 5th page down of Google Images, so no one will know that it's...
You know, I can just right-click save the image and search
fine.
my image in
Right
Google.
now. Wow, there's some weird... Right, there...
I just Googled Ghibli food porn for some of the Studio Ghibli movies because those guys love to show food like gratuitously. Also, Vanillaware games.
There is some weird stuff on. I've just Googled anime cakes and scrolled down, and there is a lot of some odd pictures of.
Okay, I googled anime cookies, and there's some.
I'm
not sure why this is here stuff. Like, some of this is like, I'm sure this is some sort of weird porn, but I don't even know what.
Characters that have been drawn really obese and chasing after each other.
Oh, you found someone's weird fetish.
That's cosplay. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna close this window.
Okay, so this is from fucking Tenchi in Tokyo? Tenchi Muyo? I'm going to link this. I wouldn't suggest clicking on this. So if you're brave, you can click that image. But I have no idea what the fuck that's supposed to mean.
I'm on it now. Ooh. What? Okay.
That was where a Google for anime cookies. Why? Not even like that far down.
Why? What is it? For context, in fact, I'll just link the image. Okay, it's basically
okay. On a Google image search with all the little images, it's only the 19th line down, which is not that much for an image search.
Wow. Don't trust the internet.
So, yeah, that's...
Yeah, I do...
Do not trust the internet.
Like, it's bad Googling anime anything. Oh, no, let's put something.
Oh, wait, I found the most beautiful cookies.
What?
What? How could you?
Where do you even buy those?
I can tell
I just want to see those.
That's
fakes,
a horrible disaster.
I don't think that would come out well at all.
What happened to your face?
So many of these. There's one that looks like Naruto. That's a.
Like you bake that, and it's gonna look like your pretty anime boy had a bee sting and then a horrible allergic reaction.
Examples are pre-baked.
I don't need this, but I do.
What I'm going to do for the baking contest. I'm going to make Saitama from One Punch Man. That'd be so easy. Just get an.
Nice.
That
I'm
would work.
Now One Punch Man.
That would work.
See if anything comes up.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make some Totoro cookies.
Heck yeah!
I know the judge has.
No, don't appeal to the judge. That's not fair.
I'm gonna break the rules and make sexually explicit cookies. Don't ask how. I'm still working that out myself.
I'm just gonna make my entry a small envelope containing money.
Like, you don't need to see the picture.
You know what? I think I'm gonna. You know what? I think I'm just gonna make it.
Yeah.
Chosen by public vote.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay, so bribing everyone. I'm rolling in the currency.
Yeah,
I will be soon.
I've got so much time off in December. It's awesome, so I'll definitely get down to some baking. I do. I mean, I make a lot of these plans. I do tend to leave things half finished, but I think I should be able to get through baking. I've still got a Halloween story that I need to wrap up. It's there. Most of it's
You
written.
do.
I just need to finish part 5, and then it's done. Good old and I'll get there before Christmas. That'll be done. I had a plan of 2 days of writing it, and then I just was ill all that day. I was literally in bed throwing up, so didn't get much writing done there. Didn't get much of anything done there, other than dying.
Can't be swayed, huh? We'll see. I bet I can find something or two.
I want to notice me senpai cookie. That came up in the was it? Oh no, that was a future recording that's recorded in the past of the Notice Me Senpai story. It turned out to be. Turns out in high school I was a bad senpai. I didn't know this.
He was terrible.
Lego and Coryn led me to the realization that I was a bad senpai. And I didn't notice her.
Look forward to that on the 11th day of Christmas.
I'm looking forward to all these.
See, what would really make it best is if after every new one, we played all the old ones right after it.
Oh yeah, so it's literally... Imagine when you got to the 12th day now, you'd have 12 hours at least.
20.
Yeah,
okay, you'd have a 24-hour long
download
one.
that shit. It's like, the 12th day is a 5 gig download? Jesus Christ, what's going on? That would be pretty awesome. Well, let's talk about cookies. It really makes me want cake. I'm very, very hungry.
Not the first connection I'd make, but all right.
Say, if we're actually going to put this in, people are just going to have to be looking through the
Then
links.
we sort of just swayed a little bit. Anywho. There's going to be
I foresee a lot of it getting cut.
Anyway. I think we've pretty much reached the end then. I guess we've reached the end of our odyssey in learning all about Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And, well, we didn't mention Cyber Monday, but that's all. For myself, I'd like to say a happy Thanksgiving to all the American and Canadian, even though you've already celebrated it, but whatever. Belated Thanksgiving to you then. To all the American listeners and Manga Raiders, I hope you have a great time, friends and family around, and lots of good food, and eat, drink, and be merry. And not the merry part, save that for Christmas, don't get too merry. Just pipe down on the merriness. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good time. I'm trying to think of what the next episode will be. I think it's going to be the winter season previews we're going to try and get done. But we're on episode... This is episode 20? Good God, we've got a few going on.
So it's episode 20, but how many has this actually been?
We had 12 different pilots.
There's so much stuff that's been cut over the years and things that just haven't been used. Me and Noisy tried 3 times. There was one that we tried Boxing Day of last year, which was me, Noisy, and Ginger Joy. It was that long ago. On Boxing Day, and that didn't work.
Should we have a Boxing Day episode?
We could do. It'd be pretty cool. I think there's one... The 23rd of December is when I'm going to release the Christmas one, because it's the day before Christmas Eve. Or I could release it. Yeah, I was thinking day before Christmas Eve. That's okay,
fair.
Most people don't bother. They're busy on Christmas Eve, so they don't check it. So I thought, 23rd, nice and easy. And it's on the Wednesday as well, so I try to release them every other Wednesday. We'll see. We will see.
Right.
We'll have to see what goes on there, but we'll find a way. Any other parting words or parting shots from you guys before we depart?
You're all going down in this baking contest because I just figured out what I'm going to do.
Bring it on.
Any response then?
No, just laughter.
Okay, the real question is if I'll have time to do it
1st
between
of December to the 15th.
Whenever and then.
You just need to. You can.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very busy couple of days there. Maybe during the week of the 7th to the 11th, maybe. That will be my last actual week of college, and it might not be so busy. It might.
Do it now.
I don't
take
know.
A picture and then just pretend that you did it in December. Just cheat. Just disregard the rules. Why not? No, don't cheat. That's bad. Chora will hunt you down.
Yes, I will arrive at your doorstep.
Well, she knows roughly where I live. That's not a good thing.
She's not far away either. She's only about 3 hours away. Which is nothing.
America's pretty big. 17 hours and 47 minutes.
America's big. I don't know if you realize.
Pretty big.
What's the flight time?
Flights are for the week.
Flights are.
That is 8 hours and 55 minutes.
A lot further away from Miami than I thought.
It's a big place because you think about it. Kansas is in the middle.
On the East Coast, yeah.
Florida is all the way on the east side.
For some reason, I thought that Kansas was near Louisiana.
And then
nah, not even Florida's real close
That's my
to Louisiana.
home of America. Fucking love Louisiana. New Orleans. I fucking love it. I don't care.
That's the only place you've been.
It's the first
You should come to the exciting place in America, which is Kansas.
Yeah, so much wheat. So exciting.
That's right. That's right.
Oh yeah, because I'm sure you'd want to go to Florida and swim through this air.
For humidity and high crime rates and elderly people.
9 hours.
Where's the lie, Churro?
I was in Miami Airport for 9 hours because our flight was delayed. Rudest motherfuckers in the world.
Well, the airport doesn't count.
And they were the staff, so they must live in Miami. So fuck them guys. Not everyone who lives in Miami, but the people who were on that day weren't very nice at all.
People in Kansas are very polite. We're like the England of America.
We're all very polite. We've got to be polite.
True.
Queue in an orderly fashion.
Who doesn't
there are
know
some
how to
arseholes
queue?
who don't know how to
Right.
queue. But yeah, before we get into a debate,
Like
a rage about people who don't know how to queue. Yeah, so no other words other than Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope we've done it justice here. With all the Thanksgiving relevant talk that we've gone on. But if not, we've entertained you anyway, hopefully. Fuck it, we have. We have entertained you. Consider yourselves entertained. So, and look out for the next one. Are you not entertained?
We're pleased to inform you that you've been entertained. Congratulations. This good time has been brought to you by Mr. Happy
That's the end. That's the end. Take care, guys. Thank you. Bye. Love you. Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.